girl, darling.
She's as pretty as her mother already.
She's looking at you.
I love you so much.
Does that mean you'll help change a diaper or two?
Change diapers?
I was just teasing, dear. That's woman's work.
Yes, that's what I thought. What time is it?
It's time for her feeding. Don't get up.
Lord, what time is it?
It's 3 a.m.
Can't she wait until morning?
Go back to sleep. I won't be long.
They grow so fast.
She's definitely gotten too big for it.
Yes, but she's still Daddy's pretty baby girl anyway.
And she knows it, too.
Look how she sleeps on her side. Is that normal?
Just like her father.
Well, then it must be all right. What a pretty little girl.
Little, for a while longer at least. Here, honey, look at Mommy.
I was such a pretty girl. I still am. Study, study, study. I don't know why I bother. I'm pretty enough. I should be able to marry a rich man who will support me and will live happily ever after, traveling all over the world, floating down a raft on the Nile, seeing logs turn into crocodiles, climbing in the Alps, rescuing stranded climbers. Yes, we'll be famous explorers, just like in the movies. So why should I study? I can just see it. Of course I'll consider your marriage proposal seriously, Mr. Valentino, but I must leave you now. Mr. Houdini's at the back door. Mr. Mix is on the phone, and there's a gentleman caller at the front door. So why should I bother with these? If I'm just going to be a famous explorer. If I ever had 5 kids, there'd be no way I could ever go traveling. So much work. Was it worth it to her? She always said it was. But I could still see how it had been on her. I'll have children too. After I've seen the world, I have time to decide what's best. Yes, I have time. But first I'd better answer the front door and see what my gentleman caller has in mind.
So I answered the door like the innocent I was, and Eric, my gentleman caller, had on his mind what gentlemen callers usually do, no matter what they say. But I was young, and he was older, more mature. He told me he thought our becoming a team of famous explorers was the smartest idea he'd heard in ages. But would I mind waiting a few years, work to support us while he got his degree in engineering? How could we be explorers if one of us didn't have the kind of training that we needed, he told me. So I got the best job I could, which wasn't much, and I worked and worked and worked until he graduated and got his degree. But even after he got his degree, he didn't seem much interested in doing anything. The only thing he explored was the refrigerator in the middle of the night when I couldn't get up and make him something. and all the jobs he applied for were all somehow beneath him. So I figured if I was going to have to work, I may as well go back to school and learn enough about something to get a decent job. Then I found out I was pregnant. 1 in a million it would happen, he swore his doctor had told him, and I believed him. I was still so trusting. I should have made sure myself. You can still go to school later, he told me. I'll support us and take care of the baby when she's a little bit older. Another one of his lies. But I did like having Joshua. Such love there was between us. It made me forget how little there was left between Eric and I. Then, the man who wouldn't get me pregnant unless I wanted, it was a 1 in a million fluke the last time, got me pregnant again. But it was easier the second time, and then I was so busy, and so was Eric, so we didn't figure much in each other's lives. But how did she manage with 5? She must have learned to sleep with her eyes open, used roller skates to get around faster. And they said Solomon was wise for talking about cutting babies in half. He should have tried raising them so they'd be whole if he wanted to show what a smart guy he was. But they grow so quickly, and then they are gone. It was just Eric and me, and I told him I still wanted to go back to school. All I heard was, "School? You're too old to go to school now. Besides, with the children gone, you'll have more time to take care of me." Sure, I told him, when birds fly north for the winter, when the government really lowers taxes, and when the sun goes behind the moon and comes out with a silly face on, and then I threw him out. But what was I supposed to do then? I'd been married 22 years and raised 2 kids. What job skills did I have? I'm too old to be a waitress. I don't have any office skills. I don't like selling things. What am I going to do? I should have gone ahead and gone to school when I was younger, even if all I'd used my diploma for was to decorate a bathroom wall. At least I'd have had something. I never should have married Eric in the first place. I was so young. At least the kids turned out all right, even if they don't have much time for old Mom now. What am I going to do now except...
Grow older. Almost time now. So many people say they'd like to do it all over again. Not me. Once was enough for me. It's such a crazy world now anyway. And I'm entitled to have my opinion too. How you doing, Doc? Just fine. A little sleepy. Took a lot longer than I thought it would to get this. What with rafting down so many rivers and traipsing over so many mountains. Oh dear, hills look like mountains to me now. But I climbed my share. And I'm doing just fine now. Just a little sleepy, like I said. Not that tired. What a world nowadays. Rush, rush, rush. I like to take my time. Be late to my own funeral. But I'll make it by and by. Just like everyone else. I was such a pretty girl. Such a pretty girl. And everyone knew it, too. Yes, we all make it to the end, by and by. Even us slowpokes.
they grow so fast.
She's definitely gotten too big for it.
Yes, but she's still Daddy's pretty baby girl anyway.
2. After I've seen the world, I have time to decide what's best. Yes, I have time.
I should have made sure myself. But it was easier the second time, and then I was so busy, and so was Eric, so we didn't figure much in each other's lives. But how did she manage with 5? I should have gone ahead and gone to school when I was younger, even if all I'd used my diploma for was to decorate a bathroom wall. At least I'd have had something.
Yes, we all make it to the end, by and by. Even us slowpokes.